All right, welcome back. So what if I told you that you could tap into this powerful natural energy just by holding a single leaf? Sounds kind of out there, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a practice that claims to do exactly that. It's called leaf healing.
And to really get what this is all about, we have to start with a pretty powerful story. It kicks off in a really dark place. A reality of total despair for one man. But it ends with this incredible miracle he found just by connecting with nature.
So get this. We're talking about a 40-year-old man. He was diagnosed with a really severe heart condition, angina and irregular heartbeat, the whole thing. And the doctors, well, they basically gave him a death sentence. They told him he had just 1 year left to live. So he'd spent every last penny he had on medical bills, and nothing was working. He was at the end of his rope with literally nothing left to lose. So what did he do? He went to Jerison Mountain. He was looking for, well, a different kind of answer, a final desperate hope for life.
And the advice he got there wasn't some complex procedure or fancy medicine. It was shockingly simple. He was just told to hold a leaf from an elm tree. That's it. Just hold a leaf. I know, it sounds way too simple to be real, doesn't it?
Okay, so that brings us to the big question, right? How on earth could just holding a leaf do anything? Let's dig into the theory behind this, because it's pretty fascinating. What is the secret power that's supposedly hiding inside a simple leaf?
Well, from this point of view, a leaf isn't just, a piece of a plant. Nope. It's seen as this living, breathing antenna, a direct line connecting the Earth to the energy of the entire universe.
It's actually seen as three things all at once. First, it's a cosmic antenna, pulling in energy from the sun, the moon, and the stars. Second, it's a tiny chemical factory, creating all these life-giving substances. And third, and this is wild, it's considered the very spirit of the tree, its way of sensing the world.
And this image here shows the whole idea perfectly. Just look at it. The veins in the leaf look so much like the lines on our hands. The thinking here is that our palms are like natural receivers. They're perfectly designed to soak up that pure cosmic energy that's flowing from the leaf.
So going back to our story, when the man held that leaf, his body went through this intense healing reaction. It happened in 3 stages. First, he felt this powerful heat spreading through his hands. Then his body started, purging toxins. He was sweating a lot, even shaking. And after all that, a deep sense of calm and stability just washed over him. And the result of all this? Get ready for it. He did this for just 10 minutes, twice a day, and in only 7 days. His severe heart condition was apparently gone. Completely gone. Just let that sink in. 7 days. From being told you have a year to live to a full recovery.
You hear a story like that and you can't help but wonder, wait, is this something anyone could do? And what's so interesting is how simple and accessible this whole practice is supposed to be. So let's actually walk through the guide on how you can try this for yourself.
Okay, so there are just 4 simple steps. Step 1, prep your body. That means taking off any metal you're wearing, rings, watches, that kind of thing, and keep your phone and other electronics away so they don't interfere. Step 2, just gently hold a living leaf in your hands. Step 3, do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. And finally, step 4, make sure you're in a place with good airflow, and if you can, be right there next to the tree the leaf came from.
But, just as important, there are some big don'ts to keep in mind. First off, and this is obvious, stay away from any poisonous plants, please. Also, don't use leaves that are dead, diseased, or have been chewed up by insects. And finally, try to avoid plants that were grown with chemical fertilizers or have been genetically modified. The idea is that the purest energy comes from plants that are wild and totally healthy.
Now here's where it gets even more interesting. According to this practice, not all leaves are created equal. You can actually pick specific leaves depending on the kind of energy they're supposed to collect and what you personally need help with.
It basically breaks down like this. Broadleaves, like from an oak tree, they're said to be the best at soaking up the sun's energy. Then you have vining leaves, think kudzu or ivy, and they're all about absorbing moonlight. And those sharp, pointy needles from trees like pine, well, they're supposedly perfect little antennas for starlight.
So this chart is like a handy little guide. For women's health issues, it recommends vining plants, the ones that soak up moonlight. For men's issues, it points to trees like oak and pine. If you're looking for support with mental or nervous system stuff, pine and juniper are the go-to. And for anything inflammatory, it suggests plants that have thorns, like a rose or acacia.
But this whole thing is more than just a technique, you know? There's a really deep philosophy behind it. It's not just about what you're doing, but the whole mindset you bring to the practice. It's all about healing in harmony with nature.
And this quote really gets to the heart of it. The greatest healing comes from symbiosis. It's all about healing with nature, not taking from it. Think about it. A lot of other methods might require you to, pick or process a plant, but this is different. It's a peaceful sharing of energy. It's a relationship that doesn't harm any living thing.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's that this is a super simple, totally free practice that gives you a chance to reconnect with nature's energy. It's presented as this pure, powerful way to support your own well-being, and hey, it's accessible to pretty much anyone, anywhere.
So, if you found this whole explainer interesting, it would be awesome if you could show some support by subscribing, hitting that like button, and turning on your notifications. It really does help us keep exploring and breaking down fascinating topics just like this one.
And hey, if you want to dive deeper and connect with a whole community of people who are exploring these ideas, you should definitely check out the Barefoot Walking National Movement Headquarters Neighbor Cafe. It's a great spot to share your own experiences and learn from others. Thanks so much for joining us today. Maybe the greatest healing really is just a touch away.